we have this podium today is
Yeah.
chef
Uh-huh.
or general manager.
Uh-huh.
So basically, that's what I do.
Yeah. Okay. I did see a comment that someone already has their pots to hear how you to in the pot, how to cook and stuff.
Well, yeah, well, no, no worries, no worries. Like anything
Yeah.
that I can, anything that I can do to help someone be better if they
Yeah.
feel in that way, yeah,
All
we can
right.
do
So
that.
then get your notebook ready and take some
A
secrets.
little bit, a little bit, it's just little bit, ones and twos, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
uh, when did you realize what made you passionate about this profession, or are you passionate about it?
Yeah, definitely. I run by the philosophy that says like, you know what, you don't do something that you don't love. Because if you end up being in a position of doing something you don't love just for the money,
Mm-hmm.
you you end up being miserable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as for me, I I ended up being where I'm at because I love cooking. Like cooking for me is what serenity.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's a place of peace,
Yeah.
right? So basically, I guess that's why I fell in love with it, and that's why I do it every day, and I don't get tired.
So when did you realize you're passionate about it?
Basically, when I'd say 6 years ago.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So basically, 6 years ago, to be honest, cooking wasn't like my first career path, right? But what happened for me for me to be passionate about it and follow it was I was in a position from coming from Zimbabwe, right? Like if you come from a country like ours, you basically don't have a planned life, or you're just waiting to see what are you going to do with your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I got the opportunity to come to Canada, right, where it's like basically a land of milk and honey. Anything you want to do, you can pursue and do it.
Yep.
Like I thought I was gonna be like a sports person because I'm pretty active. Like I used to play rugby, I used to play all that, but I just kind of set that all aside, right? And just followed a real dream that can actually, give me a career that can make me a somebody. So that's how I ended up choosing it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah,
Yeah, that's good. That's good that you found your passion and you're able to follow it and proceed with it. So
yeah.
what's the learning method, or how are they how what is it like going to a culinary school? Because I imagine you have to go to culinary school, right, to be a chef?
Yeah, it's just basically like every other career, right? It's just like even any other sport. You have to train to be good. You
Mm-hmm.
have to you have to read a book or some notebook to be a master at what you do, right? So the process of this is yes, culinary school
Mm-hmm.
is either in Canada is apprenticeship way of doing it, which is the way I did. I went through the apprentice, so there's like 3 periods of it, which is just like 3 years of school. But then it's with the apprentice, it's just like congested in like 2 months, a period, right? And basically that's like a completed year in um, in the culinary field. But then it's for you to be an apprentice, you have to be experienced in the field. And like I said, like for me, I've been cooking for like this year will be 7 years,
Mm-hmm.
and so pretty much coming up, but a little bit of the experience.
Mm-hmm.
So and if you want to take the full term, it's like a 3 year course,
Mm-hmm.
right? So basically 3 full years, and you get to write a provincial test, and after the provincial, you get to write a seal test for like a red seal or like a blue seal test, so you can be a chef anywhere in the world or work worldwide or Canada wise or regional wide, right?
Mhm.
So basically, yeah, that's about the process to it. Is in
Okay.
short, I can explain it. Yeah.
So for exams and things like that, is it written exams or you actually have to do a meal and like I'm sure if you've watched Chopped Canada or shows like that, is it
Yeah, yeah,
how
yeah.
is it
Well, it's basically it's not like Chopped, right? Because Chopped is just a fabricated TV show, but
yeah?
I respect it because like I like it. I like it because like it's no, it just teaches, it just trains you to like to work under pressure and stuff like that.
Okay.
So how to work under pressure or how to work in like types, with how to work with what you have basically,
Mm,
not being provided anything else.
mm.
So basically, what was I gonna say? Okay, yeah, the exams are written. Yeah, you have to like go write a test, and it's like 200 questions. Some of them are like multiple choice. And during the course of the year, you are graded with like practical practicums or other stuff that you do in class that consists to the final mark of you making it.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
during school it's kind of split between hands and
Hands-on and written. Yeah, theory. I won't lie to you. I won't lie to you. Like theory wasn't my strength, but when it came to like hands-on, can you
uh-huh.
make a meal? Can you make something out of nothing?
Yeah.
Now we're talking. But yeah,
Uh-huh. Okay. So do you believe that you need to have prior cooking skills, like good level cooking skills to be successful as a chef, or it's something that can be taught?
I believe, for me, I believe everybody is a good cook as long as you can put flavors together. If you can, like if you can get in your kitchen
Yeah.
put this and that together and generate good taste or good flavor to a meal, you are a cook, right? But then the only difference to being a cook and a chef is cooking is an art. This is how I describe it. Cooking is an art.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to fall in love with the art to generate a meal, right? So
Mm,
basically, if you can put a plate together and make taste, you can cook. You don't really have to be trained to want to fall in love with cooking. Anybody can be a cook.
yeah.
Anybody and everyone, right?
Okay.
Just rule number one in cooking: just don't cut yourself and just don't burn yourself.
That's
You ever want to feel? Yeah, that's torture.
all right. So what does a typical day look like for you as a chef?
This is one thing people don't understand about chefs. I can spend the whole day in the kitchen, but I can tell you I would never eat in that day, right?
Uh-huh.
Just because people think if I'm in the kitchen, like every minute I'm like, or
Yeah.
like every other second I'm snacking or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't work like that. Like
Okay.
even if studies go back to even saying like chefs are some of the people that suffer through serious anxiety problems, anxiety attacks and stuff like that, just because of like the amount of problem solving that you need to make and the amount of customer pleasing you need to make because now we're in the day and age that we work under review. Like you come to my restaurant, I make you something that's good. Obviously, you're gonna appreciate it by 5 star on Google, and those Google reviews go further than helping someone who's like miles and miles away. So basically, you have to deal with that on a daily basis. I have to deal like whatever meal is going out, my name has to be good. Like if my name is gonna come back bad, I have to figure out myself like what is it that I did wrong and where can I fix to make it better. And like at the same time too, you want to appreciate those mistakes because it's not from the good things that you learn something. It's from the bad. It's from the mistakes. That's
Yeah.
where you learn and make the adjustment. So basically, yeah, from from like a typical day, a typical chef point of day, it can be rough, but it has its good day. It has its good days. And like the good days are, making a good meal. Like I told you, for me, I love cooking. Making a good meal, just presenting it in front of me and it looks good, and somebody just eats that and says thank you. That
Mm-hmm.
makes my day, right? It makes my day more better than anything else, right?
So, is there an experience that you remember that's been the most exciting and satisfying moment in your career?
Most exciting, I won't lie to you, like the most exciting moments in my career, like with my accomplishments of being a chef, were like, when you get to go for like family dinners and,
Yeah.
the turkey, your name is on that turkey, the baked goods or whatever that
Yeah.
is like your name is on that. Like it has that feeling that okay, you know what, you're never gonna be like, oh yeah, I did it. But then
Mm-hmm.
the feeling of like people appreciating what you've done for them is more than enough accomplishment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I already do it for the money. Yes, I'm not gonna deny that, right? But
Yeah.
first of all, it's always defining the passion, right? It's what I'm passionate about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm consistent with it, and that's why I'm persistent.
Okay. Okay. And
Yeah.
just carrying over on in regards to the money, what's a typical
Mhm.
starting salary?
Ah, well, just due to personal reasons, I'm not going to share mine personally, but I'm
Yeah.
just going to give you like a rough brunch, like
Yeah.
a good chef, like even if it's starting, if you want to be like a cook or something like that, the starting point like in Alberta is like 1560 or something like that, right?
Okay.
An hour, the salary wage. But a typical chef, I'm not gonna get. I said I'm not gonna refer to
No, it's
mine.
okay. It's okay.
Like like an executive chef can take home like average about 75 to 80K a year,
Mm-hmm.
which is something,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically you want, like I said, at the end of the day, you don't want to be that person that, if people says I make this much a year, you want to be like, I make that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
So how
it's
long?
decent.
How long does it take for you to go from a starting position in the chef profession to be an executive chef? Or I
It
guess,
depends. It depends with the structure of the organization or the restaurant or wherever faculty you're working with, right? So
mm-hmm.
basically, if you're in a hotel, like most people start from dishwashing, right? Like dishwashing, you make your way up. Hello?
Hello? Uh,
I think Logan's not interested.
okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me? No? Oh, can you guys hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Or okay, you can hear me. Okay, let me add him on again. Oh, where did he go? Okay, all right. Let me add him on again. Sorry about that. Okay, just waiting for him to come on again.
Hey, sorry about that. I
Oh,
guess it was a network hiccup or something.
that's okay. Okay, so
Can you hear me?
yes, can
Can
hear
you
you.
hear me? All
Mm-hmm.
right, sounds good. Yeah, so basically you just asked the question like how do you like move up in ranks, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just explaining like, it depends with like the organization or the faculty you're working with or restaurants, term like hotel or something like that. It depends with like what levels need to be like improved and changed. Not improved
Okay.
as such, it's not the right word. So basically, like everybody deserves a sort of gratuity, like when they've been with an organization or been at a position or
Mm-hmm.
with a place for a long time. Like
Mm-hmm.
for me now, I'm a general manager slash chef at my restaurant, but I started working there
Mm-hmm.
5 years ago. Hello, can
Okay.
you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah. I started working it, but then so the loyalty, right? The loyalty and respect you earn within the organization, the amount of stuff you know around the organization is what makes you get moved up from stage to stage. Because like if you've been there for long, they're gonna know. But then there's situations too that like even if I'm experienced and people need me at some, that's when you get to be transferred or your resume speaks for itself. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, staying at a job, just in general, like staying at a job, being loyal to like one employee, kind of gives you the marks of going up and
Hello?
something is wrong here. Are we still connected?
You're breaking off here. Can you hear me?
Are we still connected? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so you're
Yeah,
saying that loyalty kind of carries what you want and
yeah,
depending on where you are. Okay,
yeah.
okay, definitely. So if you had a chance to start over in your career, what would you do differently?
I've never imagined going back to there, but what would I do differently? To be at this position again, or to be at a different position?
No, within this profession, what would you do different?
I would educate myself more, because that's one thing you need to know. Like um, one thing about this industry is about being open-minded. Right? Like you gotta be open-minded. It's just like if you go to China, you have this theory that says Chinese eat dogs or whatever it is. You kind of have to respect it, right, and eat
Mm-hmm.
it, right? Because if I'm gonna come to you, right, and roast up that dog, nice stew it, I haven't eat it, you're gonna enjoy it regardless before I tell you that it's a dog, right?
All
So
right.
basically, you have to be open-minded when it comes to food and when it comes to like this industry and stuff. So if I'm to take myself back, yeah, like learn more,
Yeah.
get to appreciate because like it's still like even though I say you have to be open-minded, it's still tough to like have to be told that this is dog and you're gonna gladly pick it up and you're like, yeah, yet I had like a pet dog at home or something like that. But then you have to be open-minded and be open to see and accept what people are doing out there, right? Because like there's a whole lot of learning to do. There's a whole lot of seeing to do. There's a whole lot of knowledge to acquire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So with a profession as a chef, I'm guessing it's easy to travel, right? It's easy to find.
Basically, yeah, move it like those are some of the pros.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I have to explain it, put it in that way, right? Like anything in general has pros and cons, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the pros. This is the pros about cooking. This is the pros about a chef, right? Cooking is a universal language, right?
Mm-hmm.
In our language, in Zimbabwe, someone will always say, "My tabasa kaguchi," or "Nyabonga kakulu." In English,
Mm-hmm.
someone's going to say thank you, the food was really great. In Chinese, someone's going to say ni hao or arigato, or Japanese, whatever it is. But in what sense am I making? English is one language. Everybody understands each other through eating, right?
Mm-hmm.
So eating is a necessity. Cooking is an art of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what would be some cons of being a chef?
Cons is that's the favorite part. It's so time consuming. So basically, it requires much of you. Hello?
Hi. Yeah.
It requires time.
Hi.
I hope I'm still connected here.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm gonna
Hello?
add him on again. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you give me thumbs up if you can hear me? We seem to be having some connection issues. Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Type it in here. Hear me. You guys can hear me? Can you guys hear? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. All right. I'm going to add him up here and then we'll finish up. Sorry, guys. But the music sounds good. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, it's just rehearsals for
Oh,
tomorrow's
okay. It
show.
sounds good. It sounds
Yeah,
really
just disclaimer. Sorry, I guess I had to switch on to my data, maybe it's my Wi-Fi. I don't know, but whatever.
good.
Let's continue. We can
Uh-huh.
continue.
I okay. So yeah, we're saying we're talking about the cons, and we're
Yeah,
saying
okay, yeah. We're talking about the cons of this industry. Like I was saying, it's so time constrained. It deserves so much attention,
mhm,
and that's one of the biggest ones. Besides having to deal with like grumpy customers on a daily basis, or someone that's dealing with a really bad day, that's going to come and mess up anything, or bad review or anything. But those are just minors. But like I said, much of the time, like I appreciate that I actually got this time off to be time for this interview.
mhm,
But like if like in the past, like when we're trying to do something, I'll never be in touch because it's always like you always have to be doing something. You always have to be working on the catering. You have to working on you always have to be working on something.
mhm,
Basically, you don't have, you have some always you always have something going on.
mhm. We see a question here. So, what's your favorite meal to prepare?
What's my favorite meal to make? Oh well, that's good. I'm not gonna say something because I eat.
Yeah, you
I
can
usually cook
something.
it when I. What's my favorite meal to make? Like I like making. I like grilling. It's
Which
very
one?
good. I love grilling. I love being on the grill
Mm-hmm.
most of the time. So like I love baking on the weekends with my mom
Uh-huh.
sometimes. Uh, a good meal that I like. I'll make a good meal. It's a lot, right? It's a whole lot of options to like. But like I say, grilling. If it's something like if you throwing a barbecue or something like that, yeah, you know what? Just give a guy a call. We'll do it anytime.
Or what's your signature, like signature thing? Things I like. A lot of people are like, "Yep, we know Thomas does this all the time. His signature meal."
Well, signature, like my signature dish, like whatever people have tried before, just because like on the summers I usually have like barbecues and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
is a barbecue chicken for sure. Like it has a signature recipe. Like
Yeah.
only I know the recipe to that barbecue sauce, and my brother, only me and my brother, very
Uh,
much. We only know the recipe to that chicken. But yeah, basically that's it. And any other stuff, basically for me, I'm open to learning new things. So if it's something that I see and I feel like I envision I want to make it, I just go in the kitchen and make it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And another question here: do you cook for people as
Pardon?
do you cook for people as a side hustle?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, like personal caterings and stuff like that. So I do.
Okay, okay. Well, we'll
Because
definitely.
some people do appreciate the craft and some people respect what they've had before. And yeah, I have that call in for something or they just invite me over to have them cook them something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So my last question: what advice would you give someone who is looking to go into this profession?
The advice I'd give someone is like, you know what, just like in anything, any advice I'd give you to someone who wants to start anything is like never be afraid of criticism and never be afraid to fail. Never be afraid to never like don't doubt yourself. If you have a strong urge to want to do something, just go for it. Right? It's just like closing your eyes and jumping over a hill. Because like no situation comes easy, right? There's always gonna be like something pulling you from that end or something. But then it's just like how are you gonna deal with it? How are you willing to cope with it, right? So basically, that's the best advice I can give. Is like just shoot your shoot. If you feel the strong urge to do something, never
Yeah,
doubt yourself, right?
very true.
Because like I said before, right? It's not from the good stuff that we learn. It's from the mistakes, right?
Yeah.
So basically, from the mistakes is where you learn that okay, I need to do this right. And one more quote that I live by, it was said by the great Nelson Mandela, is like, in life, you never lose, right? Listen carefully. It's like in life, it's either you win or you learn,
Right.
right? So basically, if you're gonna take every mistake as a learning opportunity, it's gonna give you the urge to want to do something better with whatever mistakes you make, right?
Mhm.
I'm seeing some questions in
No,
the
I can go.
I'm
Let's
seeing
just
some questions.
continue now.
So I'm gonna answer this one. Rebecca, she said a page. Yes, I do like have my personal page at Chef TJ Keggs. That's it.
That's it.
And yeah, so yeah, well the other one that's too personal. We're not on this platform to ask
We're
about
not
that.
gonna disclose that
We're
information.
we're not gonna disclose about that. But the other Alfie's a good analyst.
Uh-huh. Yeah, shoot your shot. Shoot your shot.
Right? You never know if it gets responded to, but yeah, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, thank you so much for coming on ProKonnect. I enjoy learning more about your profession, and it was a blast having you on here.
No, no, no worries. Thank you so much for having me. Like I said, I respect you guys creating this platform for people to meet and, to share their professions.
Yeah.
And, it's a good thing. Like someone can get a thing or two from like, the things people share amongst them. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, thank you again for having me. It was an honor, and you
Definitely.
know, I guess like it's from the people's reactions and everything. It's a blessing, and thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. All right. Have a good day. Talk to you later, right?
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Okay, welcome. Bye bye.
All right, bye.